Hello, Karina.
Hi, Fabio. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Welcome to LacanCast.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. Today we're going to have a talk with Karina Tenenbaum. She's a member of the World Association of Psychoanalysis. She's the director of the Nueva Escuela Lacaniana of Miami, the NEL-Miami. She's a member of the Lacanian Compass. She has private practice in Miami Beach, Florida, and she is contributor to several specialized magazines. And this is it. Let's begin our conversation.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me.
Karina, first of all, can you tell us a little bit how did your encounter with psychoanalysis happen?
Okay. I came to Miami in 1995 from Argentina. And when I came here, I met a group of people. Most of them are today members of the World Association of Psychoanalysis. And we started meeting in a small group, reading Lacan seminar 2. And it was a very good experience because it was so simple. We meet, we read the seminars in a building in Miami Beach, outside, around the pool. And it was, I asked how much I have to pay. And they say nothing. It's a way to read, and everybody is involved in learning psychoanalysis. So that was my first, wow, that's something amazing. We are in the States, because it was a way that for the first time I was able to link the concept with my practice. And this was the real encounter. It wasn't a philosophical theory, something that I couldn't get. I could grasp concepts applying to my practice. So then here in Miami, we founded Logos, Lacanian Orientation Group of South Florida. And then that was in 1997, and in 2000, when the Nueva Escuela Lacaniana was founded, Miami was one of the sites. Today we are 10 sites and 6 delegations in the Nueva Escuela Lacaniana, and all around the Caribbean and Andean region. So I can say that since then my involvement was increasing. I never stopped. I keep going, and today I can say also that it's a passion in my life, and it's a way to live my life.
And you came from Argentina. Argentina was already very Lacanian?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, but when I came here, I have just graduated from the university. I spent 3 years being a psychology there. And yes, I did my training specifically in the Freudian field. So my learning in Lacanian was at university specifically, but it was so difficult. It was difficult to grasp. That's why I couldn't get it. It was so abstract concept that it was difficult for me at that time. So when I said that it's an encounter today, or when I came here, it was because I was able to apply it to my practice, to my patients. So that was amazing for me, because I couldn't get it before. Actually, I just was graduated in Argentina, so I came here, and my real training started here.
And how did you find Lacanians in the United States?
No, it wasn't a Lacanian. Most of the people, Alicia Arena, just was coming from Venezuela, from Felipe Arango, from Paris, and Monicoans, and other people who were living here. were interested in learning Lacan. So we, like I said, we meet in a small group and start reading the text.
Wow. Those are the beginnings, huh?
Yes, looking back to those times, it's incredible because it was 18, 19 years ago, and we still keep the group. Of course, we increased our group, but most of us, we were meeting there, are today very involved in Miami, working in the Lacanian orientation.
Very well. Karina, and what are your current projects?
Okay, we here in Miami, we are split, not also as a subject, also in the Latino and Anglo world. Being part of the school is something that is a rich experience, and we can turn over our experience in the States. So in the Lacanian compass, so we try to teach our experience in the United States, but also try to listen and to learn what the state has to teach us all the time, the new that we will have here. So our project and the Lacanian compass specifically is oriented to the clinical experience, the clinical practice, and the clinical study days show our compass. The clinical study days have been held here in Miami, in Omaha, in New York, and now in January we have our clinical study days number 8. We have Vicente Palomera from Spain, the Escuela de Psychoanalysis in Spain. So he's coming, and it's going to be, the subject is going to be about the encounter with the real in the analytical experience. And of course, Gilles again, who is the US delegate from the World Association of Psychoanalysis, is coming too. And so our project now is, we are working very hard in these clinical study days. And we also, here in Miami, in the NEL, we have 2 international guests per year. This year in May, we had Gustavo Stigli, who is an AE analyst of the school. That means that he ends his analysis and he gives testimony for 3 years. So he came here and he talked about femininity, real, and the symptoms. And it was a way to prepare for our encounter in Lima, Peru, this coming October. He gave a great seminar. It was very, very interesting. So we try, when we have our guests, we try to be prepared for our event, next event in the schools or in the Congress, the WAP Congress. Another guest is going to be Elisa Alvarenga in November, and she's going, we don't have specifically the name of the topic, but it's probably going to be about the body, choice, and so everybody's invited to come.
Thinking about already the Congress of 2016, the body and the unconscious and the
yes. That's the idea. That's why Gustavo Stiglitz was talking about our encounter in Lima, Peru, and Elisa Alvarenga is come, and we want to be prepared for the Congress in 2016.
So at the same time that you're establishing Lacanian orientation in the United States, you try to coordinate this with the World Association of Psychoanalysis.
Yes, because being part of the school means that we share a common orientation, and we have the training of psychoanalysts and our personal analysis. and the supervision. So yes, being part of the school means to be linked all the time what the World Association of Psychoanalysis is doing and show also our compass.
And the choice of the next event in Miami, which is the experience of the real.
The encounter with the real.
Encounters with the real. So that was, how did that choice happen? Was that already meant to somehow coordinate its work with the new article by Miller of the unconscious and the experience of the body?
Yes. So the clinical study days, we try to work also what the WAP is working on, and for example, this Saturday, NEL-Miami is giving a video conference. So we sent invitations, so the people around the states, I know you are
Yeah,
there.
this is great. Yeah.
Yesterday we have a meeting with the Lacanian Compass trying to prepare this video conference. So yes, we did some video seminar, web seminars, because the virtual, the internet gives us the opportunity to meet with people all around the state and also in Canada. But it's a preparation for the encounter. We need the encounter. We need the bodies there.
Bodies, yeah.
The bodies, exactly.
Because I think it's very interesting to go back to the seminar by Jacques-Alain Miller in 1998, 1999, the experience of the real in the psychoanalytical treatment, because that's basically when he started to divide, the later Lacan, the teaching. He wrote the 6 paradigms of jouissance were taken from that seminar, and now in Miami we're going to be discussing that as a way to prepare ourselves to the international encounter.
Yes, and that's the late teachings of Lacan, and we take of course Miller seminar, and it's important this clinical study days because we emphasize in the Lacanian Compass the clinical practice. We go toward that clinical practice, the training of psychoanalysts, and in this space, in the clinical study days, people present their cases and we discuss the cases. So it's important to focus on the clinical. Like I said at the beginning, my encounter with Lacan was when I was able to see that not difficult concept for itself. It's because we can apply all the time the concept to the clinic. So in the clinical study days, we have our main speakers, with Vicente Palomera, Pierre again, last time in New York. I don't know if you were there in New York, but yes, of course you were there. We have Michael Basol, so
yeah, it was great. Yeah, it's very interesting because we've also heard from Josefina and Juan Felipe that it made a lot of sense to them that they were studying Freud, but when they met Lacan, it made more clinical sense to them. And it's interesting because a lot of people will go through Lacan's reading, and it's so dense, and some people might, wow, this, and at the same time you're saying, well, but that's what made sense to applying the clinical concepts. That's when I met Lacan that I said, this is psychoanalysis, this is what makes
absolutely.
interesting. Karina, what are the current concepts, your current interests? What have you been researching on, studying? What?
We have here in Miami the school night. So we meet once a week, and we study at this moment Miller seminar piezas sueltas. I don't know if we can translate loose pieces.
Loose pieces, yeah. I think.
And that's something that our space to learn, to discuss this seminar in this case, because the Nueva Escuela Lacaniana is working on that seminar. So it's also in preparation of the event in Lima, Peru this October that is going to be about femininity. It's not only a women issues. So in that school night we work on this seminar. We also project the video conference that the Nueva Escuela Lacaniana has, because we have people from other schools to talk about this seminar, Piezas Sueltas. So we project these conferences with the people here in Miami. It's mainly to members and associates. Another space is the Lacan seminar. In this space, the school night, Isola Arango and I coordinate space. The Lacan seminars, now we are working in seminar 19, au pair, I think in French, I don't speak French, but so Juan Felipe Arango and Fernando should coordinate that space, and this seminar, the seminar 19, when we work on Lacan seminar, we go line by line. So we read all the seminar and we go to the reference text. Before we were working on seminar 20, and so every year we try to get to one of Lacan seminars. And also here in the school, because we have here in Miami what we call the inside. We work with our members and with our associates, but we also want to go outside the school. So to go to the community, to the city, that's something that Judith Miller encouraged us to do. She called it Acción Lacaniana. Oh. So the Acción Lacaniana is a way to go to the community and talk with other discourses. For example, this year we projected film, The Other Voices, and it was a way to tell the community what psychoanalysis has to say about autism. Okay. For example, we went to the Spain Cultural Center here in Miami, and we talk about different topics, new family constellations, violence in schools, some problematics that we see here in the States, and we try to talk with other people, with their audience, or at the university. So we also have our publication. Yes, we have logos in Spanish and echoes in English, and it's our work that we write there, our articles, clinical cases, some lectures, conferences, and also we try to publish what our guests, international guests, work in their seminars. The last one was Logos 8, that was released in Paris in the last Congress this April. Last April.
Wow. And how do you see the response to this Acción Lacaniana, this Lacanian action in the community? Because you're talking about so many topics that are somewhat, they have an American approach already. The autism, the new families. And how do you feel what the Lacanian orientation does when it penetrates into this community? With this
it's It's very interesting because you can see that people have and find answers um, completely different from they listen all around the media and other professionals. So we say that the psychoanalysis a discourse that hit and they are very responsive and even though it's difficult to follow because you go to university, you have a big audience and probably then they don't follow because that's the way to do it here. It's one time and just a unique time to say something. But at that moment the response is great, right? But then you have to build it again all the time, like a new moment. So that's why we go to different places where they have their own people. We discuss with different discourses and we share a common topic. But when they listen about psychoanalysis, they don't know what it is. They have a preconcept what is psychoanalysis. But when they see that you can work with these topics in psychoanalysis today, yes, what psychoanalysis is working today with the new problems, they really open a new way to think of psychoanalysis in this time.
Wow. And Karina, finally, how can our audience find out more about you and what you do?
We have our website, so Miami, NEL-Miami.org. We have the website for Lacanian Compass, LacanCampass.org. We have our books here. Let me show you.
Okay, great, yeah, please.
Okay, here, I don't know if you can see, this is
Yeah,
Echoes.
definitely.
Echoes, you can find it in Amazon.
Well,
Yeah.
we're also going to do a series of interviews on the publications. So we're definitely going to come back to Echoes.
Yes, and we have logos in Spanish. So and so I forgot to tell you about something that we are working on because now in October we go to Lima, Peru, and here in Miami there is another space, not only the school for members and associates, we also have the Florida Center for Teaching and Research in Psychoanalysis. So the members, some of the members are teachers or professors there. So we give courses to people who are professionals here and are interested in knowing Lacanian. So they come to this course. For example, this fall we are releasing a new course about depression, violence, stress, anxiety, and what psychoanalysis has to say about those concepts. So this is toward the professionals here that want to know about psychoanalysis. The Florida Center is Alicia Arena is the director, and is an institute, the Nueva Escuela, Institute Nueva Escuela. And for example, now in Peru, before the event that we have for the school, we have the INES. Yes, the INES is sponsored by the Institute of the Champollion in Paris. So, for example, for that event, I'm invited to present a clinical case in the framework that is called the logic of the cure. And all the teacher for the institute in the Nueva Escuela meet there, and we have Graciela Broski from Argentina. She's our keynote speaker. and it's going to be around one writing from Lacan, is the third. So we have many events, so that's something that enrich us to then bring and turn over our school, our Lacanian Compass people that follow us in different events.
It's very interesting to see how NEL-Miami has so many actions.
Yes, because like it's something that we work very hard with the school. Being inside the school means to do the school frame that guide us to an orientation, and the other is the angle, the Lacanian compass. So yes, we are involved in those two directions that in reality is one direction. But we work very hard. We are not too many people here in Miami, but we can say that the few people that we are completely involved and working in the Lacanian organization. Yes.
So there are seminars that they are open to the public. People come. How do people get to these seminars?
In the Florida Center, you mean?
No, I mean in the NEL-Miami. You said you and Juan Felipe coordinate.
Yeah, from Felipe and Fernando coordinate. Fernando should coordinate one space in the Lacan seminar, and Isolda Alvarez and I are working on the school night to coordinate that space. And so our members and associates and some people that we invite, typically invite some people. But what is open to professionals and people who are interested is the Florida Center, the Institute. The Institute is, we give courses, 3 6 months length. And,
3 6 months.
Yes, and people, the students come and we focus also in the clinical practice. For example, last time people who were participating present their own cases before going to supervision. Yeah, so then they present it in the seminar, in these courses, and we discuss cases and also theory.
Yeah, I continue to find amazing how even though the Lacanian theory is so well articulated, the difference that you're highlighting is the clinical practice.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
And even when you're talking about how the new public, the newcomers who are interested in listening to something different, you again highlight that this is the focal point, and that's the difference. You know, it's clinical cases and how you can make a difference on, you know, the way you listen, the way you intervene. Very good.
Yes. Got it.
Karina, it was a great pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Fabio, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to open up what is going on here in Miami and in the States, because I think what you are doing is very important to give the people the opportunity to contact us, to reach us, and to know that here in the States, Lacanian psychoanalysis is alive.
Thank you. That's our goal, is just to show what's being done, to make it accessible, to make it visible.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.